Okay, let's take a look at the difference between a 16-year-old and a 12-year-old. Ryan has been working on this movement, this linear movement, linear speed for probably his whole career, and he's doing a great job. Joe is really the only difference is that Joe's just 12. He's just learning how to run. This is a big athletic movement, learning to use your arms, drive your knees, toes up, and Joe does a really good job for being 12. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to slow it down a little bit here, but and watch him move a little bit closer. We want to watch him move forward. His arms don't quite go back. There you go. See that? This looks pretty good. He's get his head up a little bit. A little bit more core strength will help him. We'll work on that. A little bit more knee drive. He's doing a great job, though. You can see that just a little bit. He could be emulating a little bit of Ryan as far as leaning. There he goes. He's standing up, using those arms. We'll work with him on that. That's one of the things we want to work with him on, having that strength to be on his lower body to bring those knees up in his core. That's the next thing we're going to talk about. We got him in the weight room. We talked to him. We looked at his squatting ability, and he's fine. He just, it's one of the things I talked to him about was what he really enjoyed and one of the things he didn't enjoy. He didn't enjoy doing squatting, but I'm not too sure anybody really does. So he will as he gets older, but we want to be able to take the squatting outside where he has a lot more fun. And he's perfect. He's actually got pretty good squat move there. One thing he was really good at, and that is balance. This is terrific. Really impressive. He can. Very few 12-year-olds can do this, what he just did here, and that is to be able to balance on one leg and be able to lean and hold himself. That's awesome. Strength. We had to do some push-ups. Needs a little work there. That's not unusual for our 12-year-olds nowadays. Asked him to do some push-ups. Of course, he did one. There we go. So he lacks a little there, but nothing abnormal necessarily. He's got some strength. He's got an ability to plank, and he's got an ability to do what we call supine bridges, which is hold his stomach up in the air and be able to go on one leg. That's all really important. To be able to make sure that he can handle some of the things that we're going to do for him. So he's okay there. Athletic movement here. This is just a typical, movement of a 16-year-old who's been doing this for a while. And you can tell Ryan can move his feet pretty quick. That's really important for a first baseman to have very quick feet. Ryan does. And this is impressive. This is very impressive here. Joe is able to watch and be able to copy. That's really emulate, and very few kids can do that, and he did a great job there. And then as him and Ryan working together, you can tell that he's looking. I think one of the things again that we talk about when we talk about athletic movement is the ability to synchronize arm movement with our lower body, and that's one of the things that Ryan has learned to do, and one of the things that we'll work on with Joe. We'll do some jumping, watch Ryan's arms as he jumps. This is really important. Obviously, that's a pretty easy thing for Ryan. We'll get Joe up there soon, have him do some jumps. You can tell that his arms don't quite go back as far as Ryan. So that's something that we'll work with him on. You'll notice how easy that is by him just throwing his hands up in the air, and it just pulls him up there. And then where Joe needs more of his strength to get him up there, whereas we can teach him some form and skill. Now, when Joe said he didn't like to squat, it's kind of funny because this is how we'll get him to squat. I'll throw some balls to him. We'll have some fun. And this is a 6-pound medicine ball. We'll start working with him. In strength, we want to do movement with Joe. He likes to move around. At 12 years old, very few kids like to be out, be inside of a gym doing a bunch of boring lifts or things like that. And even at 12 years old, that's not even appropriate for him. So we'll work with him. We'll start him with some medicine balls, 6 pounds, 10 pounds. That's about it. We want to go above that right now. And we'll have some fun with it. He loves to have fun. I think any kid at 12 years old, it's really important to make sure that they have fun in their workouts. Even my 16, 18-year-olds, that's all they want to do too is have fun. So we want to make sure that we're doing that with him. And the other thing we talk about is movement. Watch Ryan's feet here. Notice how he's able to move, catch the ball pretty quick. That's important, And Joe with his infield, positions that he's playing, extremely important. You can tell here he does a really good job. We just need to actually, believe it or not, this is just teach him how to move his feet in the right direction, be able to teach him how to push his hips back, posterior, get us a posterior back, and teach him how to shuffle. It's that simple. The other thing that we talked about was linear movements. We do a thing called ball drops, and this is where I'm working with him here. Notice here how he goes forward, obviously, but we really want him to throw his arm back. By throwing your arms back, that will really propel you forward. And he does a good job here, but the other things that we want to work on is to make him quicker in these movements, is actually to start working with just some basic strengthening stuff. We'll have him, do the medicine ball thing. We'll have him do some things, some jumping rope. That will help with the body, making him more flexible to be able to, and stronger to make him go faster. The arm movements, again, you can see his arms now. He's beginning to use his arms a little bit. So that really helps propel him forward. And then we got into shuffling. This is a big thing here. See how he's moving here? He's leaning a little bit forward. That's okay. He's just learning. This is a big athletic movement. Well, I give him certain directions, and then that was really impressive, where he's able to shuffle, learn something new, and catch the ball. Very few kids can do that right off the bat. So he's got that going for him. He's doing some pretty good movements. We call decel moves, where he moves back and forth, acceleration and deceleration, and then this becomes random. I start really pointing things out to him to move. He's doing random. I'm pointing. He's pushing. See how his lower body is moving separately from his upper body. That gets to be a big thing. We'll work with him next week on an athletic movement called quick hips, teaching him how to. His upper body will be facing one direction, and his lower body will be facing another direction. What it comes down to is that Joe has a lot of athletic ability. Here I'm showing him how to run forward and, believe it or not, backpedal. These are important athletic movements, especially in baseball, being able to go forward and back up, be able to go lateral. So it's linear, lateral, and vertical. Jumping will make, those are the things that we will work with him on. We're going to have some fun. We're going to throw some medicine balls in there. We might do some weighted vests, but we're just going to work very slowly and building up his strength and teaching him some skills in athletic movements. That's where he's at right now. And the last thing, nutrition. We'll see you Monday morning, 9:30. Take care.